Okay, hello, let's get back into things. Good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are. Let's get back into things, right, shall we? I did a little bit of stuff off stream, just some gatherings, so that I hopefully have everything that I need in order to fulfill all of the quests that the Studium still has for me, at least the ones below level 90. That's sort of the goal for this stream right now. During the morning stream today, I pretty much got all the loot from the normal raids after the reset, and then also finished the level 85 Alchemist quest. Now with that done, I still need one level 85 quest, which is for the Smith, I think, Smith quest, and then obviously all the level 88 quests. Now for that, I probably also need to turn in some leaves, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how, how well I'm able to do that, whether or not it's actually working, whether or not I have to gather something else for it. I have to work tomorrow, so I can't stream too long. I hope that I can also get through the dailies, through all of them. If I can't, I'll just, stop whenever I have to. Technically, I have about 5 hours, more or less, so hopefully I'm able to get through all of that. But without further ado, let's actually get into it. So I'm on not Alchemist, I need to be on my Blacksmith, and I already have picked up all the materials that I need, at least for the quests, right? Because you can look up that stuff. I might need some more things for the leaves, potentially. Is that an Ellison? No, it's not. Looks good still. Very pretty. Yeah, that's about the plan for right now. And that'll get me, if I get all the quests done, then I should be able to pretty effortlessly and also fairly fast get through the remaining crafter levels on Saturday. And after that's done, I can pretty much relax and just focus on gearing, focus on getting stuff ready for Savage, and also leveling a bunch on the side. Wait, my retainers didn't finish anything though, did they? I sold some stuff. Can't do anything about the sold materia right now. Oh, I actually sold the map. See? Can't do anything about the materia right now though, because that's actually in my FC chest. Can't access that from here. That's the only sort of downside to putting things into the FC chest. You free up a lot of inventory in other places, but at the same time, obviously, you need your FC chest, right? So while it's technically giving you more free space to work with and a lot more inventory slots, it's fairly annoying to access. So, well, everything has its ups and downs. I think I never really talked about that, right? I actually, shortly before Endwalker, I asked a friend to help me found my own FC. Because, for the longest time, I was part of other FCs, and I don't know, it never really worked out. It's not that anything happened or anything, it's just, one of the FCs, or most of the FCs that I've been in, just sort of gradually faded out. People just, stopped playing, and then, some other people left the FC because they felt nothing was going on anymore, up to the point where I was pretty much the only one left. And I was never really bothered by that. But at a certain point, you know, I just said to myself, that's not really, like, if I'm the only one left on those FCs, why not just found my own FC, and at least that way I can, you know, fully control everything. Now I pretty much have an FC chest all for myself. I could, if I wanted to, buy an FC house, FC workshop, things like that, right? So, yeah, it just gives you a lot more freedom, and I don't really need FCs, right? If I want to ask, like, for raiding especially, FCs aren't really that functional anyways. So, you know, at the end of the day, what do you need them for, right? A lot of people organize sort of farm runs in FCs or map runs. But then again, I have so many Discord servers that are 14 related. I have a lot of crossword link shells, you know, essentially all the people that I've raided with at some point. And I'm sure that if I asked a lot of them, I would find parties to do stuff with, right? It's actually fairly easy, pretty easy, in fact, to find people to do stuff with in 14, surprisingly enough. Because there's like 1 billion people playing it right now, right? So, yeah, FCs are kind of, because they're so limited anyway, right? Most people that you get to know really well, you get to know them through raiding, right? Through actually playing something with them. And so, those people are going to be all over your data center anyway. They're not going to be on the same server. So it's very unlikely that you actually get all of them into the same FC as well. Right? Meaning, you know, that at the end of the day, just having, like, even if you are in a fairly active FC, you'll still constantly interact with other people in other places anyway, right? So, really, I didn't see that much of a point of being part of an FC anymore. So I just found it my own. And who knows? I mean, if I do get to meet people, you know, who say, oh, you know, I'm sort of the same. I never really felt like I needed an FC, and they happen to be on my server, I can just invite them to mine, maybe, right? If they want to, obviously. But just, you know, to sort of get that out of the way, yeah, that's my own FC, and I'm doing it on my own, so that's pretty good, actually. I like it. Gears of Gold. Wait, what? That's the level 83 quest? Oh, shit. Did I forget to do that? Whoopsie. I guess I have one more quest to do, then. Do I have stuff for the... Don't tell me I'm missing something for this. Of course I am. Only one thing, though. And I need to get the other stuff. Ugh. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Well, at least the advantage to this is that I have a really good chance of getting every crafter to 88. Or at least the 3 crafters that I need in order to finish these quests. Why, hello there. Let's do this, huh? Oh, thank the gods you're here. I was so worried you might not return that I couldn't focus on my work. Honestly, Boric, show a little faith. He doesn't strike me as someone who'd go back on his word. Yeah. My apologies. I didn't mean anything by it. It's just that we've been turned down by so many others. Others? As you've probably worked out by now, Boric is a pension to worry far more than he has any right to. Please don't take anything he says too seriously. I won't. But that's enough of that for now. It's time we got back to discussing our little friend's woes. This time, I would ask you to craft minuscule cogs made of gold. While examining the insides of the relic, I discovered that it was missing some, which seems to have caused all the damage we've observed. Whatever you make will need to be tough as a curl. Are you up to the task? Leave it to me. Leave. Oh, it's great to know I can always count on you. Best of luck. You could have told me that I still need the level 80 3 quests to do for you. But I guess, yeah, that's... Guess I leveled so fast yesterday that I didn't even think about the quests that I hadn't done. Not to worry, though. I only need to grab a couple of things from my retainers, which is silver ore, pewter ore, true gold ore, and gold ore. Most of that should actually be on this one, because I already... Silver ore? Pewter ore? Not the true gold stuff, though. That's probably here. I think that's this one. Oh, that's gold. Here True gold. One thing is missing. Right? Oh, normal gold. Normal gold, and then I need to collect Hydurium stuff. Well, it should be easy enough. Yeah, that's fine. That'll be quick, and then I hopefully have everything. This one. Well, that's unfortunate. Could have collected that this afternoon. Although then again, at least I managed to do something else this afternoon for work. Or rather, it's not exactly for work, but I actually tried to fix my jeans. Like, work jeans. It's sort of a special one that has, I guess... Oh, that's a cute name. I don't know really how to explain it, but it's sort of a thicker cloth, I think. I just had it for so long that it actually, broke at one point, and I tried to repair it because otherwise it's still really, really good. So it would be kind of a waste not to still use it, right? So I bought some extra cloth that you can sort of iron onto the jeans, but I also tried to sew it? Is that the word that I'm looking for? Sewing, right? Yeah, I tried to sew it on as well. So I sewed it on first and then I ironed over it. So it hopefully works. The problem isn't necessarily, I think if it would be at any like random place on the jeans, it wouldn't be such a big deal. The problem is that it's, in the crotch area, like right between the legs, essentially, which is obvious because that's where jeans usually break, right? Because they get strained, like you can even feel it. It's just because, while you're walking, obviously the jeans stuff is sort of rubbing on itself, and over time it just becomes very, very thin and eventually breaks. But the problem is because of its location, anything that you sort of put over it, no matter how you try to fix it to the existing jeans, it's going to get bent a lot. It's going to... Well, it's at the toughest part of that whole thing, right? The one that gets sort of used the most, and especially considering that it's for work, it might be difficult. Like, it might just get loose again, which would be unfortunate. I don't know. I'll try tomorrow and see if it works. I'm just really, especially nowadays, right? I think that it's really just a waste to not use clothing as much as possible, or as long as possible, I guess. If it's not, like, obviously, if you need something really, really nice, right, then there's nothing against buying new, nice stuff. I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that, especially for work, when it gets dirty anyway, and it'll potentially be you know, under heavy use, stuff like that. If you can repair it, then why not? I mean, nobody, literally nobody cares if there's a a patch of new cloth or something stuck to the jeans, right? It just, especially since it's a point where it's not really easily seen. So, yeah, I think it would be a waste to, I don't buy a new one. I think it wasn't too expensive. Like it actually, how long did I have it? Well, I didn't use it for the longest time because I didn't need it for work for a long time. But it's almost 10 years old, and it's still completely fine for the most part, except for that one, obviously, broken piece of cloth. But otherwise, it's completely fine. I just wish that it would be easier to repair that stuff, right? It's really, really hard, actually. If only things were as easy to craft in reality as they are in game here, right? You actually really appreciate how hard that is. I mean, obviously today, most things like that, right, jeans and stuff, they're made by machines for the most part. But there's also definitely a couple that are still made by humans. And you really, like, if you try to repair stuff like that, you just really appreciate how difficult it actually has to be to make these things in the first place, right? Although then again, repairing is a whole nother thing in and of itself, because, oh wait, I thought that the turtle had the red marker on it for the hunting stuff, but apparently not. Whoopsie. I mean, again, the problem with repairing is that whether you put something on top or you try to sew it back together or something, it is broken, right? So there's always the risk of it just breaking slightly further down the right on the same patch of cloth, right? So yeah, once it's broken, it's kind of hard to properly fix it. Every time I've tried to do that, after a while, you know, it never worked for really long. Which in and of itself wouldn't be such a big deal if the fixing process didn't take that long, right? I mean, at the end of the day, wait, do I have everything? I think I have, right? At the end of the day, it takes hours, right? Potentially. And if you have to do that like every couple months, then, you know, technically I could just spend that same time at work and I would have more money if I bought a new jeans and took that time for work than I would have by trying to constantly be repairing it, right? So that's kind of a problem. Obviously, right? The fact that it's not really worth it from a like time or monetary standpoint, that is really, really unfortunate. And I also wish that there would be more, like maybe I should just, I don't know, maybe I should take a look at that. There are definitely shops, like repair shops for that, right? Maybe that would be more worth it. I'd actually have to take a look at how expensive that is. But even if it's like, let's say 1/4 the price of new jeans, if technically it works at the end of the day for a very long time and you don't have to spend that time doing it yourself, then it might actually be worth it, right? It's just sometimes really hard finding those places, right? Because, well, they're not always readily available where you live, and they... Oh shit, that was dumb. That was still active. Didn't pay attention. Whatever. But enough of genes, let's actually get into this. So, I need to craft gold cogs, which means that I have to craft 6 of these. I mean, these quests will definitely be more than enough to get my blacksmith to 88, I think. So it probably makes sense actually to just do this whole quest line first and then go back to the other ones. It's sort of funny. I started out with Alchemist, right? I sort of wanted to level Alchemist first, and then sort of on the way, every time I needed other ingredients that came from other crafters, every time I needed those, I just wanted to then level that particular crafter to the level that I needed in order to then level Alchemist. Kind of didn't work out that way. I just leveled everything at once. That being said, though, that is definitely the better choice, right? Because you need basically all of the crafters anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to level all of them to 90 anyway, right? But in between, there's also already a bunch of stuff that you always need, right? So even, let's say you want to craft a grimoire on Alchemist for a leaf, then that particular grimoire might require other materials from Leatherworker, from Blacksmith, or something. That also need to be in high quality and potentially, you know, they like if you haven't leveled your blacksmith and you all of a sudden wanna craft something that's 6 levels higher than your crafter, you're gonna run to an issue, right? It's just not really fun doing that, and it's very, very inefficient. Now, I'm not really efficient about these quests anyway. As I said multiple times, I'm doing these very inefficiently, but I also just want to experience the quest lines and stuff, so I don't really mind. Yeah, it's just that, I guess, there's still sort of a line where it truly becomes just completely inefficient. Or rather, you know, if the inefficiency causes you to not have fun anymore, right? You know, when you notice, oh, this craft is way too difficult because I'm trying to do something that's on a way higher level for no reason whatsoever, then yeah, that's going to be an issue, that's going to be annoying, and you won't have fun anymore. And because of that, I think it just makes more sense to level all the crafters at once. Except, weirdly enough, for either Armorer or Blacksmith, whichever you choose, because both are capable of crafting the ingots you need for other crafters, meaning that, theoretically, one of them can just never be leveled. And you wouldn't notice that. And that's kind of a weird thing. Alright, that's the goldsmith, and this one is also goldsmith. Nice. Should have probably crafted that other stuff on armor. Well, whatever. 6 pewter ingots. Well, yeah, let's see how long this actually takes to get through all of the quests. I have a feeling it'll take fairly long. So I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to do all the Black Mage dailies today. Not such a big deal. It'll be fine in the end, I think. Ooh, nice. Those weekly challenge logs are also worth way, way more than you'd think. Because you never use them, right? Once you're level... once you're max level on all of the crafters, well, obviously the challenge log is still finished, right? After a certain number of crafts or HQ crafts, it'll pop up, but it'll just give you, I don't know, 1,000 gil or 2,000 gil, and you don't really care all that much for it. But while you're leveling, you know, getting almost 1,000,000 experience just because the challenge lock is still there, you know, that's worth quite a lot. I wonder how good that works, actually working with the challenge lock on a new character or something like that. These past couple of days my nose has been sort of annoying. I don't know. And again, I didn't work last weekend, which is usually what I do, so maybe my body just needs some exercise or something. Well, hopefully it's that. I don't want to get sick. That would be bad. Especially because New Year's is coming up. I haven't done something with my friends in a very, very long time. Because of COVID, obviously, we, you know, haven't really met all that much these last 2 years, right? I mean, obviously, we did meet at certain points, like for birthdays, for example. There was still, like, small get-togethers. Obviously, not big parties or anything. But, you know, after such a long time, at a certain point, you just want to do stuff together, right? So, we are going to do that for New Year's. Obviously, just a small number of people, right? Nothing big. But I don't want to be stuck at home. So, let's hope it doesn't come to that, I guess. Alright, 6 of these. These are old ones, right? Yeah, they are. Wonder how much experience they give. 23k? Well, not bad overall. Since they're still really easy to craft. I really like that they've introduced this action that pretty much instantly raises the quality to 100% on everything that's more than 10 levels below your crafter. Because it's literally, like, it would be too annoying to craft this in high quality without that ability. Then again, I guess the amount that high quality influences the craft that I'm trying to do for the quest, right? Since it's such an old material, it probably wouldn't really be worth it to actually craft it in HQ if it wasn't so easy to do, because it literally probably only raises your probability of crafting a high quality ingredient for the quest by like 1% or something. It's usually not really worth it to HQ these old items. And again, it's not that old, right? It's 72, yeah. So it's a Shadowbringer's item, at least. My goldsmith is probably gonna get to 88 just through these crafts for other crafters. But it's really great. Okay, back to blacksmith. craft this thing. Although then again, that's 800 out of 3,700. It's not that bad. Not bad at all. So my blacksmith is gonna be probably almost 88 through this. Yeah, it'll definitely reach 89. But that's good, right? That means that I don't have to level blacksmith that much anymore after this. The only thing I wish they would have done is these places here in the studium, right? They maybe could have used a bit more of a change for every quest that you fulfill for these people. Then again, they also didn't really do that in Shadowbringers. It's not a big deal, it's just, I wish... I mean, at least the kind of like little details in the, what was it, the Gatherer quest line for Botanist and Miner. They actually kept the clothing that they wore in order to imitate different cultures. They kept that like in the space behind them in the studium. So that's kind of nice. And for the Fisher quest, they also kept the fish in the aquarium, right? Oh, it's on the other side, obviously. But yeah. It's just a bit of a shame that, you know, just a few details here and there would have been enough, in my opinion. Oh, right, I need to turn on my white scripts. Yeah, that's actually... That's annoying me a lot, the fact that you can't... that you can't actually store white scripts for the master recipe books. I mean, I guess the point is that you can't buy all the master recipe books right away. But that being said, it's still, I don't know. Like for someone who is not necessarily interested in crafting for a world first team, it's just a bit inconvenient and annoying. Because usually, like, if I didn't need my crafters at 90 to rate myself, then it would actually be better to wait with these quests until Savage releases, so that you can immediately spend these white scripts on the master recipe books, right? But unfortunately, that's not really possible. Okay. Solid work as always. Look at the detail too. It's obvious you stand head and shoulders above your peers. See if that helps. Yeah, 87. I won't overlevel though. I don't think that'll happen. The Cox were a perfect fit. Now I would be even happier if she decided to move for us. Why are you calling it a she? Looks so weird. The golden Giada flinched ever so slightly. However, it soon returned to its former static state. It appears you still have work to do. Well, doesn't it prove that it's at least something fairly special? So it makes sense to work on it, right? I have to swap out my controller here real soon. Oh, well done, little one. We'll have you moving properly in no time, don't worry. Well done. It merely flopped on the table like a dead fish. This is hardly cause for celebration. I'm growing increasingly worried that this will all come to nothing and your reputation will end up in tatters. Don't be so melodramatic. You clearly saw that it was moving. It's definitely more than just an ornament. Oh, calm down, Boric. Lest you forget, the relic was found buried with the body of what appeared to be a mage, possibly of some repute. Their tomb also contained a range of tools used by those highly skilled in the arcane arts. I am positive that this mammoth possesses great power. Well, maybe I wouldn't go that far, huh? Well, if we're discussing what it could be, I would say it could just as easily be a trinket or charm they kept on their person. And let us not forget the shady stories we heard about the gleaner who sold it to you in the first place. How are we meant to trust someone with a track record of peddling counterfeit wares? Alright, well, you didn't tell us that before. That kind of changes things. Boric, how many times have I told you not to hold others' pasts against them? Everyone is capable of change, and I, for one, remain convinced that this relic is worthy of study. It is true that a gleaner's livelihood depends on their ability to discern what is forgery and what is the genuine article, but no one is without error, not even me. If our little friend here does turn out to be a fake, it simply means I've made one such error. Nothing more, nothing less. Although I don't believe for a moment that I have done so. After all, who will believe in me if I don't believe in myself? That's not to say I think myself infallible, mind you. Putting that aside for the moment, I shall examine our friend here, and see if I can determine what problems yet remain. When next you have time to spare, pray seek us out, and we will set about making further repairs. Okay. Reasonable Relic Restorer. Great title. I'm not overcapping crystals again, am I? No. Alright, fair enough. Let's get on with that. Rubbished research. Lovely to see you again. I didn't even leave, but okay. I do hope you've been looking after yourself. On more than one occasion, my students have fallen ill due to neglecting their health, you know. I wouldn't want you to go the same way. Goodness, listen to me prattling on, like some worried old mother. Well, I may not be your mother, but the rest still stands. I am old, and I do worry about you. But never mind me, you're obviously in good health and spirits both. Now, while you were away, I took a closer look at the Golden Yada to determine what other parts may be faulty. The problem, it seems, is either the mammoth's core or the mechanism controlling motor function. I've examined the core, and it appears to be made from exceedingly rare minerals. So it is at least a very rare thing that you've got here, right? I could find no cleaners willing or able to procure them, but I did manage to strike a deal with the merchant in the harbor. It will take time for the materials to be delivered, however. Until they arrive, I propose we start with another rather important piece of our mammoth puzzle. Your task is to craft the motor components required to support proper movement. This is far more complex than anything we have asked of you thus far. I sincerely hope nothing goes wrong. There has been so much to worry over of late, and I fear there is insufficient time in the day to consider it at all. The thought of overlooked troubles keeps me from sleep, and before I realize it, another day rises with a new set of problems. Goodness, Boric, that won't do at all. Well, I suppose that's one more reason for you to do your best with this. I'm sure that would put Boric's mind at ease. And will get me a bunch of experience. Great. Win-win situation. Okay. Let me know when you've finished. I fear poor Boric will struggle to sleep until the matter of this relic is resolved. Gold motor component. And I need to turn in more white scripts. At least you get materia out of it. Okay, so we need 12 bismuth ingots. Let's see. I'll definitely get to level 88 just through this quest, right? So it'll probably be worth it to do that on Armorer. What did I say? 12, right? Armorcraft. These are a slightly higher level, but it should be fine, I think. Hopefully. Oh well. I think the progress is still, yeah, it's still the same. Yeah, it should be fine. Excellent again. At least on the first. What, again? What's going on? Just a thing when I don't get one good status, or then I actually need to do the rest a bit differently, right? Or maybe not? No, not at all. What the hell am I talking about? Still works out. Yeah, these give a ton of experience as well. With a little bit of luck, I'll actually be able to level my armor to 85 with this. I mean, there's going to be one more quest anyway, right? So... technically two more, because the 85 quest has that thing in between. I have to say, the alchemy quest, alchemy culinarian quest, was actually pretty nice, with you taking the bunny girl to Ratzatan. Also, I really don't like her professor, so... you know, the quest kind of makes you competitive and you want to win against that guy. And it's a quest with a bunny girl, come on. It's a bunny girl that can cook really well. I mean, it's a dream come true. What? These do take quite a long time, though, to all HQ craft. How many more do I need? Another 6. That might just barely not be enough to get me to the next level. Which would be kind of unfortunate. It's just, I don't know, with work tomorrow, I'm just thinking back, I didn't work at all during the time when Shadowbringers released. I literally just played 14 for like 4 weeks straight. It was great time, but, you know, I'm sort of thinking back to those days and how easy it would be to have the crafters level tomorrow and then, you know, get gear and everything, pretty much be completely ready by the time Savage releases for everything. Though then again, I'm still kind of proud of myself to be able to have all the crafters and gatherers leveled for Savage. Even through work and Christmas. That's still pretty good. I wouldn't have thought that possible, actually, at the beginning. Especially since I took fairly long to get through the MSQ. I mean, I pretty much expected that. Because it took me almost equally as long to get through the Shadowbringers MSQ. It's just that... I don't know. Ah, shit. That was dumb. Whatever. It's just very hard to calculate, right? When you're sort of looking at it and you try to figure out, all right, you know, which things should I focus on? What can I still do? What do I have to do before Savage? All that kind of stuff. It is just really, really hard to figure out, so... Never mind. What did I say? I barely won't make it? I think I barely make it. Get a lot of excellent statuses with these crafts. It's kind of interesting. Very, very unusual indeed. Bam! I think that was the last one, right? Yeah. Well, that was perfect. That's a goldsmith. Armor is still still behind everybody else on 85. Not a big deal though. Let's see, 6 of these as well. Is the progress increasing more? Might be because of my higher level. I've never fully understood, or rather, I think I looked at that during Shadowbringers, and there's like, I think there is some kind of modifier. I think it actually only affects progress, not quality. When you're either higher or lower level than a recipe that you're doing, you get sort of a bonus to progress, I think, but it's a bit weird, and it's not really displayed anywhere to the point where you can fully understand what's actually happening. I mean, it's in a way it's logical, right? Because otherwise, what's the point of even having levels on the recipes themselves, right? If that wouldn't influence anything, then it wouldn't make any sense for them to be there. But I think in this case, especially because you have that calculator thing to pretty much exactly calculate whether or not you can do a craft or not, it would have been just easier to write it down somewhere, right? Just tell me if a higher or lower level recipe is influencing my progress, and if it is, by how much. I think that should literally just be set somewhere instead of, you know, you having to find it out through calculating your progress and just looking at different leveled recipes. Which that in and of itself would probably be difficult because they all have different sort of progress and everything. Although maybe the absolute numbers would still tell you what's going on. I mean, you can probably find that out really easily with a Google search, but yeah, again, I like when you can do stuff in the game without having to constantly look up things or how things are done in the most efficient way or whatever. Although it does tell you in the top right. Wait a second. Maybe I just missed it? So these are level 86, right? 213, 230... Oh yeah, it literally tells you. I'm an idiot. The difference is marginal, though. This is... Oh, that's because they're 87 and I am 87. But even with this, it's changing only very, very slightly. But it does change. Yeah, I definitely saw it. I mean, obviously it gets sort of multiplied if you're using abilities that increase progress by, I don't know, 300%, for example. Then a difference of, I don't know, 4 progress between the different levels will then obviously be 12. But it's still, you know, when we're talking about 1,450 progress to the end. I mean, it's noticeable. It's noticeable in the length of the bar that appears, right? If I now use groundwork, it'll go higher than before. But ultimately, for the outcome of the craft, it's not such a big difference. I mean, then again, obviously, for very high level recipes and when you're min-maxing with materia and stuff, obviously, you know, those kinds of numbers are important. Still kind of strange, though. One second. Friend of mine is apparently doing pass runs on normal rates. I mean, you know, it's probably fun. It's still sort of a... It's definitely an exercise in consistency. It's just obviously completely unnecessary. Then again, I mean, I won't lie, it still looks kind of cool on your FFlux profile if, you know, your normal rate parsers aren't complete dog shit. But then again, I don't know, you know, at the end of the day, those normal rate stuff and the alliance rates and what have you, you always end up with those being orange at some point anyway. Because, you know, random people will just upload logs at random times and, you know, they'll just be good, because it's really, really easy to get orange on normal rates. So I don't know, I was never bothered by that. I mean, again, it's not necessarily be about the number itself. I mean, obviously you want to have a high number, but what that represents is that you're very consistent in executing your rotation of your current job. And especially when you're still, you know, when something is new, like for example now, well, Summoner maybe not the best example for this because it's so easy now, but, you know, when you're starting on Reaper, for example, you probably want to make sure that you're ready for Savage and are actually good with your job and just really, really consistent. And I think normal raids are a good training ground for that, right? It's sort of a better training dummy, if you will. Because it's really, really easy to keep uptime. It's really easy to, you know, memorize and do the mechanics. So you can fully concentrate on actually optimizing your job and doing everything you can with that. So yeah, in terms of sort of an exercise in consistency, it's definitely really beneficial. So I get that people are doing it. I'm just not really, like, if I had the ability to do it, well, I wouldn't have the time currently anyways, but I'm on PlayStation, right, so I can't pause, but if I had the ability to do that, then I'd probably try it at least. You know, just try beating yourself. That's sort of the interesting part about that, right? I don't care about others, I just, you know, would like to get better myself, for my own sake. I think that would be quite fun. Especially if the normal raids are good, right? Like the last fight that we now have, the fourth one, it's just really, really fun. So I just like doing that. Let me know when you're finished. I feel poor Boric will struggle to sleep until the matter of this relic is resolved. Yeah, oh, right, whoopsie, I need to turn in scripts again. I don't really think that I need any more of those experience things. I think, you know, I have enough of them. Let's just grab a bit more material. Oh, I completely forgot. I still have the weeklies. I don't know if I want to do them on Gatherer though. But then again, I don't... was there a bonus? Oh, whoops. Is there a Gatherer bonus this week somewhere? I think there was, right? Yeah, one at least. Only one, though. I don't... Wait, what? Oh. That quest gives me... I would be overcapping on like 10 white scripts or something. Well, I mean... Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect, right? So I can finish this quest right away, and then for the other ones I probably need to level a bit still. Thank you. Fine work as always. This should fit our little friend perfectly. She's looking a lot better with that new part in place. We've still no replacement for her core, but let us see if she is at least capable of rudimentary functions. You probably just have to put it in water, right? Because it's a fish? Maybe it's programmed for that. The golden Yata moves a little more than before. You suspect it will be good as new once you replace its core. You'd think. Boric is still not convinced at all. We're making progress. It may be slow, but we're definitely heading in the right direction. All that remains is to fashion a new core. and some other quests before that. I thought I told you to cease this ridiculous work of yours. To think the student's resources are being wasted on such nonsense while my efforts to decipher ancient languages go largely ignored. You're just jealous. You there, clumsy assistant. How have you not yet convinced her to stop this blunder of a project? You should understand better than anyone her colleagues' misgivings for this outlandish behavior. Wasn't that sentence missing an off? Whatever. Well, I concede I do not share the professor's optimism for the potential of that thing, but so long as I am her assistant, I will continue to support her in whatever way I can. Word has it that Key Aliapo thinks rather highly of you. For her to sing such praises, you must be an artisan of remarkable skill. Yet for all your talent, it seems you still have much to learn about what work you should and shouldn't accept. Your gifts will go to waste if you keep humoring this old bag. I couldn't pass up such a lucrative venture. I mean, that's the truth, right? Honestly, what a merry bunch of fools you all are. Do not think you can continue wasting studium resources forever. Is it just me, or did he seem to be in a rather good mood today? If you say so. Well, hopefully that wasn't too distressing for you. We simply need to keep at it. I'm certain our Mammoth friend will stir to life as soon as we get her new core. As always, your help will be indispensable. Ah, so maybe the other level 85 quest is actually for a core? You know what? With all this talk about about logs, I actually need to look at my own. Just curious if anybody, because I can't. Obviously, I can't upload my own ones. No idea if anybody has uploaded the normal rate logs from before today. Well, one at least. Not the other ones, unfortunately. Got a 93 on the second one. Any 68? What the fuck? When did that happen? How did I do that? Oh, I probably died at one, right? Yeah. See, and that was even without trying, so... I don't know. I mean, that's why I wouldn't really care for optimizing normal mode rates, right? Because that 93 is with a completely random group of strangers, and well, I sure as hell wasn't playing optimally, right? So if you actually went in with your proper static, it should be fairly easy to get, you know, higher passes. Then again, the more damage you do, the worse the passes are usually. The best passes you actually get when the rest of the team is complete dogshit and you're the only good player. Then you get the best passes. One of my best Shadowbringers passes actually with Summoner was in E2, and we were on like, what was it, 13% or something? And everybody died, I think, except for a tank, a healer, and me. And we were very close to wiping, but the healer and tank wanted to go. Like, they didn't really care, right? They just wanted to clear. Or I don't know why we were even doing it. I think somebody needed, like, a piece of gear or something from E2. That was with my T static. It wasn't with my Savage static. We just went in for some weird reason. I don't even really remember what it was. Yeah, but for about a minute, everybody except me, that tank, and the healer were dead. And that's my best parse from Shadowbringers, I think, at least, or one of my best anyway. Because everybody else was dead, and I just kept doing damage. Yeah. Welcome back. So wonderful to see you again. We just received word our delivery of core materials has come into port. Boric was just leaving to go and fetch them, but now that you're here, might I ask you to accompany him? I would be certain of the quality of these goods, and I trust your discerning artisan's eye. Fantastic. Well, hurry along, you two. Let's be on our way. The merchant said she would be waiting for us in Scholar's Harbor. Okay. So yeah, that's why I don't really care that much for locks in general. Especially in Ultimate, they don't really tell you all that much about whether or not a player is good or bad. Or at least whether they're average or good. They'll still tell you if they're bad, for the most part. But yeah, you can do so many shenanigans, especially in Ultimates, when it comes to parsing. It's not even funny. And it really isn't funny because it's like, the parses aren't worth that much. At least in my opinion. But because they're simply, like, you can manipulate so much that, I don't know, just kind of pointless even comparing them. To a certain point, you can still learn a lot from them, obviously, right? If you're looking at your own parse and comparing them with that of a really good player, then, like, obviously you can learn a ton from those parses. I'm just saying that the actual just number at the end, right, isn't all that important. Hello, are you on this fine day? You're both from the studium, yes? Why, yes, we are actually. We've been sent by Professor Urusha for... Ah, so you be here for the minerals then. Have a gander at them, and let me know if they meet with your approval. Well, they seem to be what we asked for. Any thoughts? Oh, that's great to hear. What a relief. Pleasure doing business with you. What do you want? Do you have the tome I recently ordered for the studium? The order was placed under Namono Tayamono. Ah, Professor Namono, always a pleasure, of course I do. Here it is. I hope it's to your liking. Yes, and this is indeed what I requested you acquire, though I must say its contents appear to be somewhat lacking. Dear me, do you wish to return it then? No, you did your job and deserve to be compensated accordingly. Thank you kindly. If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way. Here, perhaps with this, you will learn something about what constitutes worthwhile research. Has he given us a book? If it piques your interest, then feel free to visit me in my office. I would gladly welcome someone as determined as you to join my staff. We could do with another pair of hands. He probably accidentally gave us the, I don't know, manual for that mammoth that we have or something. A compendium of linguistic research. I fear its contents are beyond me. Archaeology has always been my preferred field of study. However, my marks in school often left much to be desired. To even call me a second-rate researcher would be flattering. But that mattered little to Professor Urusha. She took me under her wing in spite of my shortcomings, and my performance greatly improved thanks to her tutelage. So much so, I was offered a position working at St. Quinat's Find after graduation, but I couldn't accept it. I owe a great debt to the professor for all she has done for me, so as long as she has need, I will remain at her side. Alas, I don't feel I've been much help to her of late. Perhaps it would be for the best if I took on a few odd jobs for Professor Namano. At least then I would be contributing to the field in some way, however insignificant it may be. Only you can decide how to live your life. I don't want to tell him what to do. I mean, if he's clever, he'll keep working on what he's currently doing. You are right. This is not a decision to be made lightly. Apologies for my jabbering. You did not come all this way to hear my lamentations. Come, let us return to the professor. Is this already it? I mean, there still needs to be a craft somewhere. I constantly think that I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. I could have used the Aetheryte, maybe. It's just sometimes really, really fun running through these woods, just looking at the environment. Even though I know that I'm sort of short on time today, but whatever. I hope it'll be fine. The music's just so relaxing here, it's incredible. Welcome back, you two. Everything went well, I take it. Oh, 1 second. Okay, sorry. Good to hear. Thanks again for lending us that discerning eye of yours. I say, Borg, what is that tome you have there? Oh, these, well, we happened to run into Professor Namano when we met the merchant, and the tome he ordered seemed to underwhelm him, and so he shoved it into my hands. He also asked if I might consider working for him. Look at you, getting scouted by other professors, coming up in the world, Borg. Alas, he only wanted me to help out with odd jobs. I could never hope to aid anyone in deciphering ancient languages, as you well know. I do wish he wouldn't put himself down like this. He contributes more than his fair share to my work, at the very least. But let us set that aside for now. The time has come for you to get to work on the core. If you should have need of additional materials, Borg will provide. Okay. I still think that it's a bit weird that there's this one quest in between where they give you the materials. Whereas for the other ones, you need your own ones. Just a weird combination somehow. I don't really know what else to say to that. Probably... Well, does it really matter? The progress stuff? Is that enough? It is. These crafts are also really, really easy. I mean, that being said, the other ones would be too, right? I wouldn't need everything to be HQ for the other ones as well, but... You know. Gives you more experience, so why not? We're so close. Let me know once you're finished making the core. Well, that was nerve-wracking work, but I've successfully replaced the old core with your new one. Now we need but pray that it works. Yo, what? The thing can fly? For the briefest of moments, the golden Yada took flight. Unfortunately, it immediately falls to the table. A rattling sound can now be heard coming from within. Well, what do you know? It really can fly like an airship. I can hardly believe my eyes. Are you certain it is not Allagan in origin? I can think of no other ancient civilization capable of fashioning such a mammoth. Strange, though, that it continues to function poorly despite replacing all its parts. Which leaves us with what is now essentially a prohibitively expensive ornament. I'll grant you our results thus far are somewhat less than satisfactory, but this is no cause for panic. Archaeology is at its most interesting when you come up against a hurdle like this. Don't you just love being challenged to solve a good mystery? Well, only time will tell if the Golden Yada is truly a mammoth or simply someone's old plaything. But I could never forgive myself were I to move on to another project without first uncovering all our friends' secrets. I mean, it just flew. That is that's definitely more than just a plaything, right? Just think back to the state we found it in, and yet it's now capable of flight, for goodness sake. We've made incredible progress. That said, the rattling noise just now does have me worried. Perhaps I made a mistake somewhere when inserting the new parts. We'll need to dismantle it once more and see if we can't deduce what went wrong. Until then, I bid you get some rest. I will let you know the very moment we have finished. Well, this is pretty much perfect, right? In terms of my level. A friend in need. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. I didn't even leave. Well, I was just mulling something over. Oh, wait a second. My controller is actually already dead? That is strange. You know what? That's actually the biggest reason why I need a PlayStation 5 is because my freaking controllers on PS4 are so bad right now. I mean, at least I have one good controller still remaining. But this one that I'm using now, its battery actually only lasts about like 3.5 hours or something. It's really, really bad. And I don't know why it is that bad. I mean, I think it's one of the original launch PS4 controllers if I'm... Yeah, I think it must be. Well, it's not completely original launch because I replaced those because they had that faulty analog stick, or not faulty, but the what's it called? The rubber on it wore out really, really quickly, like in a couple of months. So I replaced it. One second. Okay, let's continue. I dismantled the golden Yada after you left, and even tried oiling all its parts with the lubricants graciously lent to me by the Faculty of Alchemy, but after reassembling it, nothing has changed. That said, I did make one new discovery. I found the small part within its mouth. It seems to be an artificial voice box of sorts. That this piece should have anything to do with its malfunctioning is highly unlikely, but it is damaged. I thought it may be worth replacing. What do you think? It'd be nice if it said something. Wait, you think the Golden Yatta may be capable of speech? Well, I mean, technically, it could also just say, you know, part 84 is damaged, please replace, or something, right? Ha, novel idea indeed. Well, she is capable of flight. It would not surprise me if she could talk as well. Perhaps then we could ask what ails her. Well, that's the idea, right? Could I trouble you to make a gold mechanical voice box for our friend? Just imagine what interesting things she might share with us. Let's see. Shouldn't be too difficult. Gold mechanical voice box. And I already have one HQ Star Quartz. Perfect. That's from Expert, I think. Okay, I have everything with me. That is perfect. And then this one. That's level 88 though. The other one is 85. Wait, how many of these do I need? 6. Ah, shit. Ah, whatever. I should at least craft one on my blacksmith because it also gives me proof of completion experience. These are a bit more difficult to craft, though. Interesting. Oh shit, that was... whatever. You think this is enough? Close. Very, very close. Well, I have more than enough CP. That's still enough to complete the craft. That's interesting. Alright, let's see if my armor can do that. Or if it's too much. Oh, wait, this one. I mean, technically I have more than enough CP to do it, right? Will just take longer, probably. Think this one would actually work? It does. Never mind. Huh. Ooh, I don't know if that's enough though. Well, this way it certainly is. No, it's not. See? Well, I mean, it's still experience for the armorer, so why not? So much spirit bonding going on with these. It's actually worth keeping your old pentamelded gear on just for that, right? Although then again, if I crafted with the grey gear, I would get the new materia, but then again it would be far more difficult to do. Or not far more, but certainly more difficult to do these things, so... Alright. 4 more. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, progress is actually what changes the most when you do higher level crafts. That's really interesting. This actually works out fairly well with Great Strides, because well, yeah, it just works with how long innovation lasts and stuff, right? So that's pretty cool. Yay, another excellent status. I just need manipulation twice for these, which is fine. I mean, it's not that much experience for my armor, but probably better than nothing. Oh yeah, that's that's what I wanted to say before. Yeah, the Great Strides thing works out really, really well, because that's also when manipulation runs out, so I'm not actually wasting anything of that. Alright, one more. Ah, shit. I should have activated the other, the experience gain thing again. Oh, whatever. The only disappointing thing with this rotation is actually that, in terms of the progress, I think I can't use groundwork twice. Because I don't have enough durability for that at that point. Because if I use manipulation, veneration, then groundwork, now it's at 20, right? Yeah. So can't use groundwork twice, unfortunately. Oh, whatever. Okay. Who can craft star quartz? Probably goldsmith, yeah. And I think the gold ingots, that's also goldsmith. So maybe that way... I should be able to get to 88 on goldsmith as well. That is very, very good. 5 of those. I need 5 of these as well. Can probably use... This should work out, right? Let's just see if I need... Nah, for this I think I don't need the second manipulation. Which is good. I only need 5 of these, right? It's just unfortunate that I can't continue with the other 2 quests right away, right? That I still have to do, Ah, shit, I forgot. Ah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that I still have to level the other crafters just a tiny bit before I can actually proceed with, I wanted to activate this before I can actually proceed with the quests. It's a bit unfortunate. What was this anyway? Increases progress at half the durability cost. Oh, right. That's the equivalent of Prudent Touch, just for progress. That's interesting. 3 more of these. Wait, my blacksmith is 88 though too. Didn't even notice that I learned a new skill on that. Huh. How much does this give me? 3. I don't know. So that's quite a lot actually. It's about half the bar. Wouldn't work with the poor status though. So technically it's not macro proof, if you want to put it that way. One more. Nope, that was excellent. Didn't even notice. Sometimes you're really, like, in a tunnel, right? With these crafting things. Alright, stock hordes. Bam. At least this will be quicker now. I think that's going to be enough. It is. Nice. So technically I don't have to do 4 steps or something because I'm using the HQ material. Something like that. Oh wait, what? Wait, why didn't it work the first time? Huh. Weird. Oh, that's the relic, huh? Oh. Oh shit, that's not... Oh, anyway. With that good status effect, it's definitely enough. I think it's just if I don't get a good... No, it's still not a... Oh, okay. Maybe I need one more then. So let me actually... let's see here. First start with 1, and then use innovation. Should be fine. Easily. Is it just me, or does it sound very windy? Or maybe that's because it's snowing in Charlian. Maybe that also has some sort of wind sound attached to it. I never noticed that before. Is it because I have my camera so high? Oh, seriously. Of course I get a pour on that last one. Oh, it's already it. And then we need 12 of these. It does take some time to finish these crafts though, right? Especially these ones. It's way too chill currently. Falling half asleep here. The music isn't helping. It's such a beautiful music. I love the night theme. So many good night themes in this expansion. I mean day themes too, obviously, but shit, I want to whatever. Need to remember after this craft to need another to eat another crafting food thing. As long as I still have my buff active for the longer duration. Wait, let's see. So Great Strides, Burgod's Blessing should give me about 3,000 technically, right? So when do I actually reach 3,000 quality? I think unfortunately I can't really skip a step here. 3,600? Well, that's exactly 3,000, right? But I don't think this will work. Ah, well. This was with a good status. Just I need to try on the next one and eat something in between. It's a bit annoying that you always have to stand up for that. That was with another good in between. Although that's the same as it was. No, seriously? Now I actually want to try something. I'm constantly getting good status effects or conditions. Oh, whatever. Guess I shouldn't really complain about that. Let's see, 3-3. This probably won't be enough. No, it's not. Yeah, so I have to do that one step more anyway. No matter. Then I'll just do it. At least that way it doesn't matter if I have a pour in between. Crafting 12 of the same, always not that interesting, to be completely honest. That was, what, the 8th one or something? Oh no, that was number 9. Never mind. Sorry, I just had to answer my friend in between. They're still parsing normal mode. I mean, they got really, really close to getting orange on all fights. But they didn't get it. Actually, you know, I have no idea what I have on the normal modes in the other expansions. Or in Shadowbringers, rather. The other tiers, I wanted to say. Probably have a couple of oranges somewhere, but then again, yeah, I mean, usually that's because you do something really weird, right? Like I remember I did Titan normal E4, right? Well, I mean, in that fight, right, what usually happens when you get it in Duty Finder is that, first of all, a bunch of people are constantly going to die, right? If there are like 3 new people, you can bet that those 3 new people will pretty much constantly be dead. Now, what happened to me was, I think I actually did it on, was it, I was either tank? Well, tank or healer, probably. Maybe healer. Although then again, I don't remember clearly, because I was there with another person who knew what they were doing. Like another really, really good person, right? And I think I was on tank and they were the healer. Might have been the other way around, but I'm pretty sure I did it on tank a bunch of times. I usually, you know, after sort of the first couple of weeks, I usually tend to do normal raids on tanks, just to also get the progress for the tank mounts. At least that's what I did in Shadowbringers a lot of the time. That's how I got the Dark Knight tank mounts, through just spamming normal raids. Well, not really spamming them, but just doing them weekly, right? At the end of the day, that really amounts to quite a lot of kills. Especially if you have to do them multiple times to actually get the gear you want. But yeah, there was that one. There was a time when I was in E4 normal with one other person who knew the fight, right? Everybody else was either new or just really, really bad. I mean, I assume that they were all new, right? Didn't know the fight, but also kept constantly, like literally, they were constantly dead. They didn't learn a single thing during that fight, I think. They were just dead the entire time. Most of them, right? And at the end of the day, I think the fight took about 18 minutes or something. I do think that that's actually locked, and I looked at it. I don't know. I don't know if it's an orange. I actually don't know that, but it was just so ridiculous, right? because that fight, obviously, most normal modes loop, right? They don't have an end range. So if you have people who are pretty good, like 2 of them in really central positions, and this time tank and healer, and everybody else constantly dies. But I've never really seen that in Titan, right? I mean, I've seen people who die a lot. I've seen new people die a lot, but eventually they'll figure out how it goes. But that group, for whatever reason, the people just, they got up and just died, like right away. And, well, that kept happening over and over and over again. So essentially, you know, I guess me and that other guy pretty much did most of the damage during that fight. But it's those weird things that definitely screw the logs of normal raids, right? You're never quite sure what the people were actually doing that get certain logs. And that's not just good logs, that's bad ones as well, right? Because you can literally do those fights with being dead the entire time. So that completely screws over the sort of comparison of the logs, right? Bum 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 bum. Ah, shit. That's the wrong skill. Ah, whatever. I wonder how long those other quests will take me. Crafting those things. I mean, technically, I wouldn't have to do them today, but let's see. I mean, I still have about 3 hours, so maybe it'll be fine. Do think we might be able to speak with the Golden Yatta, although I do worry how these might impact our research funds. Wait. If that thing can actually speak and talk, wouldn't that positively impact your research funds? A mechanical voice box may be just the thing we need to learn more about our little friend here. Just imagine what you may have to tell us. Right, and I once again... Wait. How many white scripts do I get with this? Probably more than 1,000, right? 1,100, yeah. So let me just buy 4 materia again. Materia, white. Let's grab 2 more of these and 2 more of these. Bum, 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 bum. And then I'm actually finished with this for today. Well, thank you. Exquisite as always. We'll have her talking in no time with a voice box like this. I wonder what this last quest is going to be. But yeah, for a lot of these crafter jobs, I actually don't have that much more to do on Saturday, right? Which is a good thing, because that just leaves more time to do something else. I also want to probably do, like, if I'm that close to getting all the crafters to 90, I'm definitely going to do double dailies on Saturday. Alright, let's see if she speaks. Somehow that sort of... reminds me of some symbol. The Golden Yada says something. However, you haven't the foggiest idea what it's trying to tell you. Sounds like the Mandragora? I think those are the ones that always talk and nobody understands them. With these weird symbols, and they don't even understand each other, as we learned in Elpis. She speaks, I knew it. Indeed, I truly heard that just now. A professor! This could be the discovery of a lifetime. That said, while it definitely made a noise, it sounded more like a song than speech to me. Huh. Still wasting time on your little pet, I see. Ah, Professor Namoro, perfect timing. If you could spare a moment, we have need of your keen insight. I beg your pardon. Did I do something to suggest I wish to waste my time alongside you? Don't tell me you've actually made progress. All thanks to him, yes. In fact, our recent discovery falls within your realm of expertise. Well, I say discovery, but it is more of a clue that may lead to one. A clue? Oh, well, that's very impressive given all the time you've already wasted on this lark. Honestly, are you even listening to yourself? Regardless, I did not come here to discuss your latest failings as a researcher. Allow me to be brief. In light of your wasting of research funding, I have asked the Studium to consider if your continued employment is of worth to anyone here aside from yourself. Just look at how stressed your assistant is. He just wants her assistant for himself, idiot. Fret not, Boric. I promise to look after you once Professor Urusha is removed from her position. Of course, in return, I expect you to sign my petition to proceed with this inquiry. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? Considering the linguistic nature of our problem, I was hoping Professor Nominal might be willing to assist us. Yeah, she really doesn't give a fuck, right? She's just saying, well, whatever, let's do something else. If only I had spoken up sooner. Perhaps it would not have come to this. Forgive me, Professor, but the day has given me much to consider. If you'll excuse me. Once again with that awkward turn. I never realized he was under such stress. Will you not go and speak with him? This is the life we choose as researchers, my friend. Callous though it may sound, there are certain matters we must work out for ourselves, that is true. But come, you would not wish for our work to remain at a halt on his return. We must consider our next course of action. Wait, the next quest is 90 though, right? Yeah, okay. Thought for a second there that was like a second level 88 quest or something. But that clearly wasn't. Let's switch these out just so that I don't confuse them with any materials. Okay. Well, that's quite perfect. So then I probably want to go to Leatherworker. So I need to level Leatherworker to 88 to be able to do the quest. Shouldn't be too problematic. The only thing that might cost me a bit of time is to gather materials that I might possibly need for this. That would be a bit unfortunate. My friend actually got a 96 on, I think that's the second fight. Okay, let me see. So I definitely have enough allowances to do this, because I have like 6 or something? 8 even. Never mind. Okay, and this gives 1.5 million, and I still need 6 million, so I would need to craft about 4 of these. 4 would definitely be enough. That's about half the allowances, so that would be pretty much perfect. Pair of... Why can I never read that? Cambiraskin Gloves of the Black Griffin. Cambiraskin Gloves of the Black Griffin. Okay. What is that? This one. Gloves of the Black Griffin. Why do they... Do they look cool? Oh, yeah, actually... They definitely already exist. I know that I have them. These are dyeable, though. And, of course, I'm missing stuff. Ah, shit! I think I actually sold all of these. Suddenly you still need them? Ah, that's unfortunate. I could buy them, though. Although now they're probably... Let's actually buy the stuff. To be honest, I can't be bothered collecting it. And also that's old stuff, I'm pretty sure. I mean, now it's probably worth something again because... Well, then again, I mean, maybe these gloves by themselves... Let's see what they're worth. Black Griffin. Huh. Interesting that they have unique names. But they're probably fairly expensive, I would think. If they're used in a leaf currently. Yeah. 76k per, so that would be about 280k. Nah, I'd rather craft it myself. Let's see. Kumpira skin. Kumpira? Whatever. At least 32. Kumpira skin. 32, right? Yeah. That's definitely a new thing. Oh, that's not worth anything. 6, 7, 8, 11, 14, 15, 21, 22, 24, and then just grab the stack anyway. Okay, and I need also molybdenum stuff. Nope, wait, these are the wrong ones. I need to get some stuff from my retainers anyways. I hope I don't... Well, I can buy that. Molybdenum ore. Let's see how much that is worth. Molybdenum. This one. Yeah, that's not worth anything. Let's just grab a couple of stacks of these. And fern leaf lavender. That was also worth nothing when I sold it, so... Whatever. Definitely still cheaper than buying the finished product, and also... you know, this way I actually get a bunch more experience for crafting the in-between stuff. So, what did I say, 4? The problem is that... let's see here. So I need 8 of these. Oh, right, I should... I'm an idiot. I should grab the... nope. The rest that I need first. Zygarhide and Magnesium ore. Yeah. Should be on this retainer. The height, anyway. And this one. Well, if it was still on my retainer, then I don't need it for the crafter quests, at least. I'm pretty sure. Alright, 8 of these. Dailies are gonna be closed today. Maybe I'll get lucky. Let's see. finish with this one first. I don't think I'm gonna make this in 45 minutes, though. That'll be really close. Although, then again, it's only 2 quests that are remaining, technically, so... Guess we'll see. Three would probably be enough, right? Maybe I'll just do 3. Let's try 3 first, right? That way I'm not wasting any more time. And I bought way too many resources anyway, so... It's not enough, I can always craft a 4th one. That way I only need 6 of these, for example. And it also would work out with the alchemy thing, because I think those are crafted 3 at once again. And now I also have the materials, so I could always just craft these on Saturday to finish off the leveling process. I mean, that's sort of the good thing, right? On Saturday I should have more than enough leaves to actually just craft whatever I want, so I should probably just stick to the things that I still have the materials of as much as I can, so that way I don't have to go out and gather more stuff, and also that's probably the cheapest option, because the leaves themselves obviously will also give me money back, so I'd probably be able to make all of the money back that I now just spent on materials as well. Not that I really care. Since I started leveling crafters, I actually made about 1 million gil for some reason. Well, granted, some of that is also due to things that I sold over my retainers. Sold a bunch of materia, I think, at one point, but still. I definitely made about 500,000, or even more, simply through turning in the leaves. And then, well, I also spent a lot of gil, actually. But then again, the amount that I spend is completely negligible compared to the fact that I then have leveled crafters, right? That's the most important thing at this point. Okay. Right, I already looked for something on my summoner anyway. So 3 of these. Maybe as long as I'm here I should immediately... Although then again, I mean... Teleporting from one aetheryte to the next isn't really all that complicated. So... Don't necessarily have to stay here just to do the other quests on my summoner. Alchemist! What the heck am I talking about? Just because I'm crafting a grimoire on my alchemist doesn't make him a summoner. One. Now on to number 2. Well, yeah, I should definitely also use my time on Saturday evening or something to craft new crafter and gatherer food at least. Right, I completely forgot about the weeklies as well. Yeah, at this point, considering that I'll be able to get a ton of leaves back for Saturday, it might actually be worth it, even though there is no bonus on that. It might be worth it. I have to look into that on Saturday before I start with the leaves on my crafters. I should definitely look into what I'm doing with the weekly collectible turn-ins. Because that could give me a head start on Gatherer gear, right? I could try to get the script Gatherer gear. What's next? These ones are Armorcraft, I guess. Oh, wait. Wait, did I already change? No. Yeah, when I, 3 of these, right? When I, or if I want to do the collectible turn-ins to get purple scripts for my gatherers in order to get the script sets, which might be a good head start to gather the materials needed for the crafted raids gear stuff. You know, turning in the weeklies usually gives you a bunch of purple scripts as well. And then through that, you can actually potentially get the... you can potentially get enough to gather more collectibles, which in turn gives you more purple scripts, right? The start is sort of the most complicated part about that. And once you have that gear on one gatherer, it's very easy to then gather collectibles on that gatherer for yet another gatherer to have those scripts. But that'll be something that I decide on Saturday, to be honest. Let's see, this is enough? It is. Ah, shit. Got that again. Ah, that's so close, right? Whatever. Let's actually do this on my blacksmith as well, just so that I can get the extra completion bonus. I guess the level differences are not that important for quality because it's a much higher number, right? Having a difference of like 4 for almost 7,000 in terms of what you need for quality is obviously very different to 1,500 progress. Ooh, we can use another crafter's praise. What? I want to use it. Why do I sometimes just... Oh, right. I can actually remove this as well. Sometimes I'm... for some reason just switching to... or going to, like, the second option, which is searching for the item, and I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah, this is 3. So hopefully it should be enough to turn in these 3. I mean, I'm fairly sure it will be enough. For some reason I always underestimate the amount of experience. Don't know why exactly, actually. Right, back to Leatherworker. See? I got about like 3 million experience for some reason, for something. For crafting the leathers that are required for this. Oh shit. This will way overlevel my my leather worker. Together with the quest, I'll probably be close to 90 already. Ah, whatever. All the better, I guess. Oh, whoopsie. That was a bit too much. I do still find it weird that crafting gloves gives you the same amount of experience than crafting ingots or something. I don't know. Somehow that's just weird to me. I feel like they should give about double the experience. Or at least, like, I mean, if crafting like a leather gives you 250k, then crafting a glove should be at least... Oh wait, what? Oh, yeah, I removed it from favorites. For a second there, I thought the check mark was the favorite sign. But yeah, if crafting an ingot gives you... Who's that? Oh. Gives you 250k, then I think, you know, crafting a glove should be at least 350k in comparison. What was that about? You know, maybe 4 too much. Let's just do... let's just do 3. I mean, 3 made sense in this case, because the alchemist thing gives you 3 anyway, right? But yeah, this way, with actually crafting the stuff that I need for the job quest as well, that'll get me almost to 90, I think. Let me quickly double check, but I'm fairly certain that I have everything that I need for this one, right? Yes, and I also have it with me. Perfect. Where's the aetherite? For some reason I always think that this aetherite is closer to the stairs and not to the left here. It's also sort of, when you come from that direction, it's sort of hidden behind the tree, which is kind of weird. I mean, with a bit of luck, I'll be finished at around 9 PM. Which might be barely enough to get me through the dailies today. Don't want to disappoint cute bunny girl. An astronomical growth. What do you say we pick up where we left off? Where traditional telescopes gather light to project an image, the Starlens captures etheric glimmers and casts that onto the surface of water, hence making stargazing possible. As I was constructing the Starlens, I realized I was missing the very piece that would allow me to do just that. This is where I will need to, once again, borrow your seasoned hands. Might you craft some ethereal conductors for me? Well, of course. Didn't we do that the last time? Didn't we already craft some ethereal something? Once these are finished, there will be but one thing left to do. For a second there, I thought that his friend was coming back. Because he was always there, for some reason. Every time I did something. Okay, cool. Let me quickly... I definitely need one more of these. I mean, I have a million of them anyway, so... And then just eat something. Perfect. That'll hopefully get me through everything. Oh, those were ethereal amplifiers, and now I'm crafting ethereal conductors. Well, at least all of these just require only one. So this is Leatherworker, let's do that first. 6 of these. Well, the good thing is it definitely won't over-level me, though. Because I'm not that close to 89, and the quest will give me about 80% of a level, I think. So I hope that should still be fine. Well, technically, even if it got me to level 90, it probably still wouldn't be such a big deal. Then again, I wouldn't even have to turn it in, right? I could just wait until Saturday, level one of the other crafters that can do the same quest and turn it in on that one. Should be enough, hopefully. It is. See, I mean, just crafting one of these leathers gives me 370k experience. Now, granted, these are 2 levels higher than the gloves that I was just crafting, but still, that's a bit weird to me. Not that it really matters in the end, because the gloves give you like a trillion experience through the leaf when you turn it in, but still, it's just a bit weird. Yeah, I completely forgot that I already had actually selected those grimoires for my alchemist to craft. So I think at one point I actually already grabbed all the materials that I need to craft it. So that should technically be a very easy thing to do. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason I definitely remember struggling a bit more at the start of Shadowbringers, but that probably can be attributed to the fact that I didn't have pentamelded gear at that point. I'm pretty certain that I finished Stormblood with the script gear. Because, well, obviously, you know, at the beginning of Stormblood I was still very new to the game. So the only things that I actually had leveled at that point in time, when Stormblood started, the only things that I had at 60, I don't even really remember, to be honest. Well, obviously my Summoner, because that was the job that I played the whole thing through on, right? My Summoner was always my main job, especially for the story. And through that, I obviously also had leveled Scholar, although I'm pretty sure that I never actually played Scholar until like 4.1 or something. So I had to level Black Mage a little bit. But not really that much. I think I had Black Mage at like level 20, I had a White Mage at like level 30, I think I had a Bard at level 30 or something, or maybe it was even still an Archer at like level 20. Wait a second, what am I doing? Oh, Leatherworker, right. 6 of these. Yeah, I'm not sure if I, aside from Scholar, even had another job on level 60 at that point. think actually I didn't. So yeah, when Stormblood rolled around, I didn't really have much in terms of leveled things at all, right? And certainly hadn't even really started. I think I unlocked crafting at some point during Heavensward, maybe, but I'm fairly certain that I didn't actually properly start with those. And then at some point during Stormblood, you know, I just said to myself, oh yeah, I'm going to start leveling those. And then what I actually did, which is also kind of funny, I actually leveled them through beast drives. Most of them. Because I honestly just couldn't be bothered leveling them in any other way. I don't know. Back then it was actually pretty hard to do, right? Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, whoopsie. Oh, never mind. Yeah, back then the experience you got for actual crafts and stuff was actually pretty low. So you couldn't just grab a bunch of, I don't know, something or other. And also I didn't really have a clue about anything, right? So I probably also didn't really have any kind of, I don't know, things that would have given me more XP or something. So at the end of the day, how did I just mess up my durability? Wait, am I still... Is that not enough? No, I messed up my durability at the start of groundwork for some reason. That was weird. No, whatever. But yeah, what I actually did was I leveled them sort of normally through crafting and stuff to level 50. And then from level 50 onward, I actually did the Moogle quests with all crafters, which is also why at one point I had over 1,000 of those Moogle things. I think they give you those pom nuts, or whatever the fuck they're called. I had over 1,000 of those from the Moogle Beast Tribe, because I leveled all my crafters, like every single one, all 8, from 50 to 60, only through Moogles. And then I actually also, I think with the Namazu, I also did something else. I also leveled a bunch of my crafters through Kugana Leaves. I remember that. Because that was also really, really easy to do. Especially at the point where I was doing it. For example, on Alchemist, there were a couple of leaves that required some ink. And I remember getting a 99 stack, like 99 of that ink that I needed to turn in for the leaf, for like 3,000 gil or something. Like, it was incredibly cheap, right? Or maybe it was 10,000 gil, something like that, right? Ridiculously cheap in comparison to what I was able to do with it. And I pretty much leveled my Alchemist from 60 to 70 through that. So yeah. But I didn't actually do that until about... I think I actually took somewhat of a break in between there. So I took a break, I think, shortly after patch 4.2, if I remember correctly. And then I came back halfway between 4.3 and 4.4. I mean, I wasn't like entirely... Oh, seriously? Fuck's sake. I wasn't entirely gone, right? I still logged in from time... Seriously? What the fuck did I just do? I logged in from time to time, actually. I think there should be enough. But I didn't really restart playing the game up until halfway between 4.3 and 4.4. And... well, at that point, I think I just said to myself, alright, now I'm just finishing all the crafters, and I brought them all to 70, and the gatherers as well, although gathering was always the much easier part to level. Because even back then, I think you got way more experience through just gathering stuff. compared to crafting things, right? Which they also changed at some point. At least somewhat, I think. Oh, that's Weaver. Yeah, and so what happened there was that so I got all of my crafters leveled somewhere around patch 4.4. It might have been actually before that patch, or it might have been after the patch. What I do remember, though, is that obviously I hadn't really gotten gear for them. But I think... well, the last script gear they released with patch 4.5, I'm pretty sure, right? I don't think that gets released until like the last patch cycle, I think. So what I did then was I just, through the weekly turn-ins, got enough scripts over time to buy the last Stormblood Blue script gear that was available, right? And, well, I just continued with that into Shadowbringers, right? So, obviously at the start of Shadowbringers, my crafters had the blue script gear from the end of Stormblood. Which is obviously worse than pentamelded crafting gear from the end of an expansion. And that in turn meant that the newer things were harder to craft. And again, at the start of, while they made leaf turn-ins and stuff like that incredibly easy at the start of Shadowbringers, and they immensely increased the amount of experience you got, but it was still... you still had the old awkward abilities and stuff, right? And things that just didn't really fit all that well together, and also I didn't really have that much of a clue in terms of rotations and stuff. So I think that's why I actually had a lot more trouble. I remember, for example, for the first leaf turn-ins, so from getting from 70 to 71 was actually quite a struggle for me on the crafters, because all of the new stuff, right, and subsequently the things that you needed to craft in order to turn in for the new leaves in the Crystarium, the things that you needed for those were all level like 71, right? But I was still 70, and actually crafting the stuff for the new leaves on 70 with the old blue script gear wasn't that easy, especially once again if you didn't really know that much about proper crafting rotations in Stormblood. So because of that, yeah, it was definitely way more of a challenge than it is now. I mean, think about it, right? I'm just sitting here crafting, and literally I'm still in my pentamelded Shadowbringers gear, and I finished these crafts with like 200 CP remaining, right? So these are ridiculously easy to do. Which, yeah, as I said, probably for a number of reasons, right? One of the biggest one being that now I actually know how to craft. The overhaul of the abilities and stuff also made it a bit easier in a couple of ways. Maybe they even decreased the amount of points that you need for these. Fuck. Pressed the wrong button. Whatever. Maybe they even reduced the amount of points that you need for these. I don't know. But again, it's just a lot easier for me personally than it was at the beginning of Shadowbringers, which I suspect, at least in part, is also due to the gear. Because while on the surface, the script gear is actually not that different from the pentamelded gear, in terms of the points that you actually have at your disposal, especially sort of on the, like, I don't know, for some reason the pentamelded crafted gear just gives you way more leeway in a lot of ways, right? You just have more CP, and I don't know, it's almost like a snowball effect. Oh, nice. where because of all the stuff that you're sort of saving through having better gear, you then just have a bunch of like points and stuff left over at the end to potentially spend on... Oh right, I wanted to do this like this, right? To potentially spend on, well, the crafts themselves, right? Oh, these are easy. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm pretty positive that it won't overlevel my leather worker here. Should actually work out. $1,000. What did I just do? Probably actually worth doing, let's see, doing this instead, right? 210. Yeah, this should be enough. Why is this so easy? This feels easier than the one that I did on Blacksmith a couple minutes ago. Whatever. Yeah, I'll finish with my alchemist, or with all of these quests today. It's just... it will get fairly late in terms of also doing the dailies. I'm not entirely sure if I want to risk that. I mean, tomorrow with work, I'll start fairly late, but I just don't want to risk being tired, to be completely honest. Shit, I pressed the wrong damn button again. My friend actually managed to get 3 out of 4 to orange. This materia stuff. Let's put it here for the time being. I need to turn in white scripts again, right? Yeah. Let me check how much they give you, though. 1122, so let's buy 4 materia again. I don't know if I want to buy the CP materia, because usually, let me remove this actually. Usually, that's not needed that much compared to the other ones. But obviously, I have absolutely no clue if that's still the case or not. Let me still grab these for the time being. I mean, you know, when worst comes to worst, I can just sell them, literally. Alright, this shouldn't give me more than 10 million experience, though. I'm pretty sure. It should give me less, technically. I'm counting on you to make me some ethereal conductors. They will allow me to project the ether captured by the starlands onto water. 6.8 million, perfect, yeah. What? Oh, seriously? That's like 10 white scripts too many, or 12 or something like that. Should have properly calculated that. That's the only thing with this menu that is annoying me a little bit, right? Like this weird distinction between crafters and gatherers, and then I don't know. For some reason I feel like that could be done more elegantly. I mean, it's still a lot better than it was before, but I still think that maybe they should have sorted it some other way. I don't know. It just feels kind of awkward to use. Finally. You have my gratitude. Truly, I am blessed to have crossed paths with a craftsman such as yourself. I believe our fateful union is what shall lead us to the rediscovery of the Azure Star. One second. Excellent. Now I have nearly everything I need. Just one last piece and we'll be one step away from a completed star lens. Why am I constantly... Technically it's a star lens, right? Star lens. I don't know, that's a weird word for some reason. I have a feeling it should be like a lens, should be more pronounced than when I say star lens. But, I don't know. Even if I'm unable to find the Azure Star, meeting you has taught me the importance of perseverance. It is a lesson I shall never forget. Oh, what am I saying? Of course I will find it. I must. It is a dream I've spent the last decade pursuing. Get a hold of yourself. That doesn't fit that well anymore, though. Exactly. Keep up the good work. Yes, I will continue to give it my all. When you find the time to craft the final missing piece, please come and find me. I will be here eagerly awaiting your visit. Thanks to his support, the fire in my heart grows by the minute. In fact, it feels almost as though Ifrit has taken up residence within me. Holy shit! Now we're already going to Primal? What's the last thing going to be? Friend he can confide in. Well, that's cool. No longer a person that, I don't know, looks for others or something, whatever. What is this party? Expert roulette, what the fuck? Why? And I'm almost 90 on both, well, blacksmith not really, but I'm almost 90 on leatherworker. Alright. Then let's hopefully fairly quickly level Alchemist, and then... So technically, let me see. This should be for a leaf quest, correct? Why am I missing Petaloda scales? Oh, those are some new monster materials though, right? I have the water. I need to get those from my retainers. Alright, let's buy the scales. And then actually it should be enough to, craft 2 of those, probably. Although that being said, 3 might be a better choice as well. What was it that Petaloda scales, right? How are they written? Why did I never check the things that are Petaloda? Okay. Why didn't I check that in the first place? Petaloda. I don't know, for some reason I thought that I'd actually gotten the materials for the Alchemist's leaf turn-ins. Let me just double check that I can still turn in a grimoire. I mean, technically those don't change, right? But I still want to make sure. also need to make sure how many experience points I actually get for that thing. Let's see here. The thing is, the grimoire requires way less crafting by the alchemist itself, right? So wait. Kumblaskin grimoire, yeah. But that's 2 million though. So 2 of them would be 8 million if they're high quality, which is enough. Alright, so let's craft 2. Perfect. Oh wait. Still need the materials though. Let's see, so I'm missing ambrosial water, raw blue zircon, and red pine logs. Those should all be on my new retainer, actually. Alright, I'm calling her my new retainer. She's actually not. But she's the one retainer that I had free because I got a new one. Okay, let's see. Red pine, that's what I needed, right? And the raw blue zircon. Okay. Yes, perfect. 2 of these should also be fairly quick. Oh, somebody's testing the new wings. They do look really cool, don't they? Those are under accessories, right? Wait, how the hell do I get to that? Fashion accessories. Yeah, these ones. It does look really cool. Not denying that. Okay, let's see. So I need 4 of these. Let's start with those. Yeah, actually only crafting 2 grimoires should also be pretty good overall. Should be fairly quick. I mean, yeah, it's already 9 PM. I kind of wanted to be finished at this point with the crafting stuff, but whatever. Can't always have what you want, right? Okay. For some reason my friend was a little bit surprised that they actually got a for some reason for a second I had to think about how to continue with my craft. But yeah, they were kind of surprised that they so effortlessly got orange locks in the normal raids on Scholar, but they always had like purple Scholar locks in Savage and Shadowbringers, so I'm a bit confused as to why they are confused. Huh. Yeah, it's probably going to take me about another half an hour or so to finish this quest. And then, well, usually the dailies take me about 2 hours. Ah, shit. Did the wrong thing again. Oh, whatever. But we'll see, I guess. They give so much experience that is ridiculous. Is this gonna be... Oh yeah, it's good. Good condition. That's easy. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, guess the leather would be next. This won't get me to 90 though, unfortunately. Close maybe, but not close enough. Yeah, I'm probably able to finish leather worker without actually doing any leaves. Could technically also do that today, but it's not really worth it. Now that I think about it, I'll actually finish it by accident, probably, because I probably need it for turning in some other leaves on other crafters on Saturday. Interesting. Dragon Sung Round Knife. More. Well, yeah, the crafts for the actual quest are also going to take a bit more, I think. A bit longer, rather. But at this point, I'm so close to actually being done with all the level 88 quests that it will be kind of weird to just leave this for Saturday. Also, I think that I probably won't be streaming right away on Saturday, right? So it would be kind of annoying, because I definitely want to stream all these quests. Because they're just fun, to be completely honest. I like them. I like the characters. I mean, they're not, you know, the most innovative quests in the world, but they're still a fun thing. But, you know, considering that Saturday is January 1st, and, well, I don't think that I'm necessarily going to be hungover from the day before. Don't think I'm going to be drinking that much, but that being said, it'll still be nice to sort of, I guess, you know, start the day off by just trying to be properly awake, and just leveling the crafters a bit, starting with the dailies from the day before, stuff like that, will probably be really nice. And then, you know, I'll probably stream that afternoon, I guess. Finishing off with the 90, level 90 quests for the crafters. What is this? Woodworker next? Carpenter, whatever. Two of these, right? For a second there, I actually thought about crafting 4, but I only need 2. So yeah, I'm probably gonna chill on Saturday morning, sort of leveling the crafters a bit by myself, and then when I start streaming, I'm gonna finish the level 90 quests and well, 2 more dailies, and then I'll actually get into gear grind and stuff like that, right? Savage preparation. Which I'm still not entirely sure what that even entails. I don't know how much I can really realistically do beyond gearing up gatherers or something. Because once again, you can't really even gear up your crafters yet. I don't know, I'm really wondering how easy or hard it'll be for me if I keep this pentamelded Shadowbringer's gear, which technically, I think, I mean, I have to double check on the tools and stuff, but technically I think this is really, this should probably be, equally as good as high quality grey gear currently is. Although, yeah, I forgot about the script gear again. You can already buy crafter script gear as well, right? That would be kind of overkill though. That just takes way too long to get, right? Way too long. And you'd have to get a set for every crafter individually. I don't think that's really worth it. The thing is though, I don't know if I'd be able to actually craft the new crafter gear. It's going to be released with Savage first. I think that's usually easier to craft than the actual crafted raid gear. I'm not sure though. I kind of don't really want to be stuck in a situation where I can't craft that, but then at the same time, I don't really know how to avoid that. Although seeing how easy the crafts are currently, I have a feeling that I might be able to actually start off with all of the materials for it being high quality, right? And then crafting it through that. The only thing is that by doing that, I definitely wouldn't have time to also craft gear for my combat jobs. At least not on the first day, right? I mean, I also need to get the books, right? That's still a concern as well. Whew, yeah, it's gonna be... I don't know. Well, then again, on Sunday, we'll have another raid session with my static. Probably the last one before Savage. So, at that point, I'm gonna ask them all about the crafting stuff and how they're gonna do it. Though considering how long they've been able to have their crafters at max level, I'd imagine they already have pretty much everything at like max level in terms of the gearing and stuff. But I'm not really sure about that actually. Okay, I'm on Goldsmith right now, right? Yeah. Nope. Wrong thing. Back to Alchemist. Obviously, had I actually done the Shadowbringer's crafter relics... Oh, fuck. Wait. This shouldn't actually... Yeah, it's fine. Didn't see that I hadn't done this. Oh, whatever. No big deal. But yeah, had I actually finished those crafter relics, these things might have been even easier. I mean, for the leveling experience itself, it wouldn't have really made a difference in my opinion. I'm fairly certain. But for, crafting potentially new gear, it might have been something that would have been helpful, probably. Yeah, 2 are more than enough in this case. Oh, seriously? Nice-oo, nice-oo. And now, I need to... Wait, I wanted to remove it from my favorites. Right. Perfect. Still have 3 allowances left, actually. Nope, wrong one. Obviously, for the last one, I still had to go into the wrong menu. Alright, perfect. On to the quest. I need to remember to remove those. I probably forgot it on one job. Ah! Let's do the last stage, so we need to insert some acid into our Mevan spread, is what we decided to call it, or she decided to call it anyway. Miss De Broy, cute bunny girl. At least she's better off than the bunny girl in the Crustarium, which had the horny elegant note. Wanted to slap her butt, or at least it was very focused on her butt for some reason. Perfectly delectable. Oh. I've been trying and trying to make that ascorbic acid. I've done exactly as Jarl was instructed, followed his steps to the letter, but it all ends in failure. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I simply lack the expertise. The process requires a far more competent hand than mine. So, here I am at the last, asking for your help once more. Please, I need you to manufacture the additive that will perfect our perfect meal. Sure. I'll do that. Definitely should have everything for this ready. What do I need for this, though? This one. Is it called ascorbic or ascorbic? No idea. Oh wait, the nutmeg seeds are directly part of this. Interesting. Wait, don't tell... Wait. Oh shit, I never bought these. Whoopsie, I guess. Oh, seriously? I need to run back to the market board? Why didn't I buy that? I sort of forgot, I think. Technically, I only need 6, but... Let's see. Yeah, I think I looked through everything and then said, oh yeah, there's a couple of things I need to buy, and then bought everything except those. What are they called? The Alkaman sap. Oh, that's interesting that I actually only need to craft one ingredient in this case. The game is still loading in players. Yeah. Let's just grab a stack. It'll always be worth it at some point. Shit, I actually spent like probably 1.5 million gil or something on leveling crafters. Not that I really care, it's just weird. Probably could have made way more with the leaves had I not bought this stuff. I could have also spent the bicolored gemstones on those, right? But at some point I actually want to get the... I'm missing so many orchestrion rolls that can be acquired by the bicolored gemstones. I mean, I could also buy those, obviously. But, I don't know how expensive they are, actually. I mean, I still have to, I also still have to do the fates anyway, in order to, well, first of all, get everything leveled to 90. I'll do some fates in between, and then I also want to unlock the 60 fates in every zone, obviously. So through that alone, I'll get a bunch of bicolor gemstones. Hopefully enough to at least buy some of the orchestrion rolls. Alright, so I need 4 coconut milks per thing, so I need to craft 24 of these. And it's 3 per craft, right? Yeah, actually, through these quests, I actually leveled my crafters a fair bit still. So there's definitely not that much left to do on Saturday, which is good. Yeah, that was 3, right? 24, okay. Yeah, as I said, about 9:30 p.m. it's going to be ready. Oh well. Ah shit, that was... whatever. Maybe I'll still... It'll be close, maybe I'll still be able to finish all the dailies. At least I do work a bit later tomorrow. I only start at 9:45 in the morning. Which, you know, sometimes I start at 8:30. That would be a bit worse. Because I just don't want to be, you know... Just don't want to be too tired, it just doesn't feel good. Especially because it's 3 days, right? 3 days of work. I usually only do 2 per week in that side job, so... And then I also don't want to be completely completely tired for New Year's Eve, obviously, right? That would be kind of boring. I mean, usually, you know, if there's one thing that I can do is party. That sounds kind of bad, but you know, I just, if I'm at a, like, not really party, but, you know, if I'm doing something with my friends, and it's just going longer into the night, I'm never really tired at that point. Which is, in general, I think something, the times I'm usually tired are, during the afternoon. I could be incredibly tired during the afternoon, but I'm usually not tired at night. So there's, like, if I go to bed, obviously I am tired and I can sleep. But there's usually, especially, so, you know, shortly after midnight is usually when I'm the most awake for some reason. And I can just, you know, obviously I will be tired, like, in the morning, right? And I will be tired the next day. I will be hella tired. Because usually I can't sleep that long, right? So if I stay up until, like, I don't know, 4 a.m. or something, then my body will still wake up at 9. And I'm just going to be incredibly tired. So yeah, I sort of, for some reason, I'm always tired the next day. Not during whatever's going on during the night, right? And again, that doesn't even, like, it doesn't matter whether or not it's a party or, you know, sometimes I'm just watching streams at night or something, right? And that's never, like, it's actually a problem, because then sometimes when I start watching certain streams, right, I just don't stop. Because I'm not tired. So then I won't go to bed, but then I wake up the next morning at the exact same time I always wake up, and I'm just hella tired. It's a bit of an issue, and was a bit of an issue now with all of the streams going on with the Endwalker MSQ. Which I think I said that a couple of times on stream, right? But I was really, really tired a couple of times. Especially, well, not last week, the week before that. When I actually still went through the main story, I sort of watched some streams on the side, so I streamed, you know, for 12 to 14 hours or something, to do my story. And then afterwards, I would watch, I don't know, 4 hours of another stream going through the story up until the part where I was at that particular moment, right? But that meant that it was already like 3 in the morning, and then I woke up at 8 and wanted to continue with the story myself, right? So I was just incredibly tired. And even then, I got through the story on like Tuesday or something, and I was still incredibly tired the Friday afterwards at work. And I noticed that. Like, I was really unconcentrated, which is not good, right? You don't want to lose your concentration, especially at work. That's just not really... Not because it's, you know... not because for some weird reason, but rather because it's, like, you don't want to make a mistake and get hurt or something, right? Might not be a big deal if you had, like, a desk job or something, but if you have a job where you're actually, like, working outside and stuff, it can get problematic if you're tired and just don't pay attention, right? Because you might hurt yourself or others. I mean, obviously that's still very, very unlikely, but, you know, it's just, you shouldn't risk it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Just incredibly stupid to risk that. It's not necessary, of all things. So, yeah. Three more, and then I'm finished with crafting for today. I actually need to take a look at how far I got in terms of levels. I'm not entirely sure anymore how many levels I still have to do. It's not that many. I definitely didn't think that it was this easy when I started on Sunday? Yeah. I did start on Sunday, didn't I? Feels like a lifetime ago, even though it was 2 days ago. Wait, not Sunday, Saturday, right? Is when I started with crafting? Wait, yeah, Christmas was on Friday. Yeah. Started on Saturday. Or did I? Didn't I do my gatherers first? A couple of days ago and I don't remember. It's all a blur. But yeah, this actually, I guess, I'm not so much surprised by how fast you're able to level, but rather by how easy it was to level. I honestly thought that it would have been way more difficult to craft these things, right? That it would be annoying at certain points where I had to, like, force myself to get certain, I don't know, high quality ingredients, or I don't know. But it was actually very, very easy to do everything. Ah, for fuck's sake. I need to turn in. Let's just buy 4 materia. I hope that's enough. Although this is actually the last quest that I turn in that gives me white scripts, right? But I'm not exactly capping white scripts, but I still have more than enough. So if I'm buying 4 more materia in this case, I'll end up with 764, and then I get 1,000. How many? 1,122 or something, right? So I'm fairly close to being kept. So technically, I think I have enough white scripts to buy 2 master recipe books right away. Yeah, and then the weekly turn-ins, the custom deliveries, will get me another 2, I think. And the rest will be done through collectible turn-ins, I guess. Okay. Incredible! It's practically glowing with goodness. With this added to our creation, I have every confidence that the bread will pass any test they care to subject it to. I'm really interested in seeing how that turns out, right? Probably whatever the professor is giving them, they will just throw it up right away, and we will bring them our bread, and they'll be delighted. With your additive, well, added to the mix, I put a batch of Mervyn bread into the oven to bake. It should be ready any moment now. Looks a little bit close to meal, but then again, that also just looked like bread, so... This is it, the final fluffy result in much trial and error. It looks so familiar. Yeah, it looks like fucking bread though. Like meal also looked like bread. So... Well, have a bite. What was that sound? That was not the sound of somebody biting into a piece of bread. And how does it taste? Like streams of flavor blending into a single river of ambrosial delight. It's almost as if Urianger was here. Wonderful. And the texture? It's like natural law has been suspended to create this one moment of unparalleled, puffy-crusted bliss. I'm gonna say that. Oh, the first answer was cool too, but these answers are amazing. Fantastic. And last but not least, what did you think of the aroma? I mean, technically I created the aroma myself, right? So I should like it, but that luscious, savory smell is to die for. It's like a siren scent of savory temptation which no mortal stomach can resist. It's just... Let's just stick to the second answer as well. Exactly what I thought. All the disparate elements have come together so well. Flavor, texture, aroma, not to mention a perfect balance of nutrients. They have you to thank for this delectable achievement. Yes, I believe this current incarnation of Mervyn bread has a good chance of swaying the forum in our favor. You are attending the evaluation, aren't you? In fact, I must insist upon it. Of course I am. Don't worry about it. Then again, if this bread is as perfect as she's saying, or we're saying in this case, like, the reason people didn't like Archon Loaf, or the only people who ate it were Charlians, was because it didn't taste really good. But if this bread is as good as she's saying, wouldn't the whole world suddenly want to eat this? Is there even place for anything else to eat? Okay, perfect. Nice! So I'm actually done for the day. I can put the rest back on my retainer. Nothing spirit bonded, perfect. So, how many levels do I still have to do? So 4, 5, 10, 12, 13, 16, 17, 21. Alright. It's actually more than I thought. Although that means I still did like 10 levels today, right? Or 11 even? I think, yeah. 21 levels. Well, that's not that much of a big of a deal. That should be pretty easily achievable. Oh, whoopsie. That's not what I wanted. Let me put the material onto my retainer so it's not clogging up my inventory. Can't believe that I actually needed the frickin' fern leaf, lavender, or whatever it's called, for something. I specifically sold that. I remember it being, I think it was used in the, like in some of the pots at the end of Shadowbringers for the 3rd raid tier. But that was the only thing you needed them for. And that's why I sold them. Obviously, they would come back to bite me. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Before I start with the dailies, though, I'm going to take a very short break, and then I'll continue leveling my Black Mage and Dark Knight in the Pixie quests. And hopefully it won't take too long. Yeah. But I'll take a short break. I'll be right back. Yes. This will be perfect. Black Mage. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's start with leveling then. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Haven't gotten any of these yet. Okay, and while I'm waiting for Black Mage, I am leveling my Dark Knight. Yeah, I'm still the fact that I actually constantly forget that you can turn in the freaking Chloe book for experience points as well. And it even tells you, right, you're forgoing experience points, but I've done that for the longest time, which I always just sort of click through it. I don't know, maybe I'll remember next week. Although then again, I'm really not that bothered by it. I'm actually really looking forward to leveling all of the jobs. And doing the new dungeons as well. I think those are also going to be pretty cool. Where's this one? God, the zone had such beautiful music too, right? Oh, wait. That was the wrong button. I wanted to press this one. Oh. Yeah, definitely one thing that I definitely have to remember is that freaking... Oh, I grabbed aggro. Whoopsie. Because they're standing in my freaking... Oh, whatever. I need to remember not to press the, what's it called? The AoE thing here. Abyssal Drain, right. I need to remember not to press that in my single target rotation. That's gonna be an interesting thing to change. If they, you know, that's always the case when they do things like that, where they like literally change skills that you usually just straight up use in your rotation, and they change it like this, where you suddenly, like where it excludes another skill. Alright, I have to say snailing. When they change things like that, right, it's really, really hard getting out of your habits. And I mean, I'm saying it's really hard. Obviously, it's fairly easy once you actually get into playing the job, right, doing content with it. But up until that point, like for some reason, it took me quite a bit at the beginning to sort of get it into my brain that I now need to press my buff on Summoner at sort of a different time. Because for some reason in your brain, right, you sort of associate these things with other parts of your rotation. So I guess usually a sort of trigger point for me was whenever Dreadworm Trance came up, I would look for well, do I still can I cast my buff, right? And with the old summoner buff, you casted it pretty much during Dreadworm Trance and then renewed your dots, right? And so you had this, I don't know, this in your unconsciousness, you had this, I guess, automated thought, right? Every time I went into Dreadworm Trance, I probably thought to myself, oh, is my buff up? No, it's not, or yes, it is, and in that case, I press it, right? So it's this involuntary sort of motion that you do with your, I guess, brain or eyes or whatever. And when they change things like that, so for the new summoner, now it's very natural, right? Now I just think, oh yeah, my Bahamut is coming up, and I know I need to cast my buff before Bahamut. So it's just sort of automatic, right? You automatically do it. At least I hope that I do. But, you know, when they first change things like that, it's really, really hard to break your old habits. Which is the case with Dark Knight, you know, here, where usually you would press both of those buttons in your single target rotation, right? Abyssal Drain and, what's it called? Something Spit? Salt and Spit or something? It's a really weird name. Yeah. Usually you would have pressed both during your single target rotation. And now obviously you need to remember not to press Abyssal Drain first, because then you can't press the other one. What's it called? Carve and Spit. It's a really weird name. I wonder if that's a reference to something that I just don't know. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, to be completely honest, it would be pretty cool to be able to log in tomorrow and do some dailies, even if it's not all the dailies. But I fear that I'm probably going to be back home 9 p.m. around that time, and I'd have to log in, and then I'd have to stop at around 11, right? So I don't know if that's really worth it, especially after work. You know, I'll probably be fairly exhausted, and then you just kind of want to chill and, I don't know, watch something, or usually don't really want to do anything or overly important. That was command, right? Yeah. 379. I put them up for 449, I think. For 499? 2499. Maybe it was 489. Oh no, it was 498, right? Yeah. Alright. Let's do that again. 498. 498. Perfect. Okay, that's done. I should probably do fates while I wait. Well, sometimes you really don't want to. Let's see. What can we do here? How many did I do in general? Well, did do a couple. So technically, how many bicolor gemstones do you get from 60 fates? You get 140 per 10, right? That's actually quite a lot. Why did I think that the orchestrion walls were that expensive? I guess the thing is just, they introduced let me see. They introduced the night music of the Shadowbringer zones later. So it's, let me see, Hulmore. That is also something that you only get when you actually have access to, like when you've completed all the fates in a zone, like 60 per zone. Then you have access to the exchange in Hulmore and the Crystarium. So I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. I'm missing 9 orchestral rolls from Shadowbringer still. And they cost what? Like 375 bicolor gemstones per piece? Something like that. So it's almost like it's 3,400 something bicolor gemstones that I need. And for doing 60 fates per zone, I get let me see, 10 is 140, right? So 60 would be 600, 840. So getting all 6 zones in Endwalker to max level in terms of fates would only pretty much allow me to buy the missing Shadowbringer's Orchestrion rolls and then maybe 3 new ones. So that's unfortunate. And then again, I mean, I also never really paid attention to the fact. I should have just paid attention to whenever the Astasha? What? Okay, why am I still missing that? Why am I missing so many dungeon things? Or are they new? Did they introduce them later on? Why are they so far down on the list? That's weird. Definitely need to go back to collecting Orchestrion rolls at some point. But yeah, the... what the hell am I saying? The bicolor gemstone exchange. I should have paid more attention to when the special fates and stuff actually spawned. Like, after they were really relevant, right? Because you still get a ton of bicolor gemstones for those. It's just really, really... If you notice them being spawned, or if they have spawned, just go there. 72 bicolor gemstones. So easy to get that. And if you just pay attention to that, obviously, you know, you just... It's just pretty good. That you're able to get it then. Oh, seriously? What the hell are we doing? Why are we standing around here? Oh! Wait, what? I just noticed what they meant. Well, I mean, does it really make any kind of difference? Whether or not they have their frickin' jobstone or not? I mean, it's a bit annoying because the paladin may be able to pull bigger, usually. I'm just wondering why the frick we're in Stone Vigil, if they... Aren't they all way higher level? Well, I mean, the tank could also put on his frickin' tank stance. That might be a good thing. The new Black Mage AoE rotation is still weird to me, I don't know. The sort of worst part about it, or the, I guess, weirdest part about it is... the weirdest part about the Black Mage stuff is that what the new rotation is supposed to do, I guess, is that it somehow grants you the ability, or it forces you pretty much to actually do 2 casts in your ice phase. Yeah, it pretty much allows you to do like stuff in your... Holy sh... Why do they aggro to me? What the hell? Where's the machinist? Why is it not... What the fuck is that? Yeah, so, I'm a little bit distracted by the party doing weird stuff. What the fuck are they doing? Oh, I hate when people are trying to be clever and skipping like ads or some bullshit. I hate that. I want to do these dungeons normally. I'm not here to skip stuff. I'm here to play dungeons. But yeah, that's incredibly weird on Black Mage, the fact that, you know, the new stuff or the new things on level 80 now are supposed to make it so that you can just always cast 2 things in... You can just always, cast to, God, what the fuck am I saying? This freaking group, what the hell are they doing? Yeah, you can just always cast 2 things in your ice phase. So you never run into that awkward thing of, you know, having to wait until your mana actually refreshes. Which was a problem in Shadowbringers with Black Mage. But unfortunately, on the lower levels, it's still a problem, so I don't exactly know what their plan was. Right? I really don't know what the plan was with this, so... Because now it's just awkward, right? When I'm doing, like, AoE, I guess what's supposed to happen is that you always refresh your lightning dot or whatever, but it's still just awkward. Especially seeing as, you know, sometimes you just get an insta-tick and sometimes you don't. I mean, that's why it was such a big problem in Shadowbringers, right? because it's such a big difference of whether or not you actually get a tick or not. But yeah, it's just still an issue on the lower levels, and for some reason they didn't really, like, they addressed apparently a lot of issues, especially that you now can cast like spells of the opposite element without actually using mana on every level, which was in Shadowbringers that was only a trait that was available, I think, from level, what was it, like level 72 or something onwards. Something weird like that. I actually want to use this. Thundercloud proc staying around for that long is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, now you're in this awkward thing. What am I doing, right? Now I have to sort of wait, and that's really weird. I don't know why they didn't fix that on the lower levels. I mean, obviously... Oh shit. Obviously it would have been a lot better. Why is it turned this way? Obviously, it would have been a lot better to have like some version of the paradox skill on every level, I guess. But this is just awkward, right? Now I have to recast Thunder, even though that's not really worth it anyway. I don't know. That's really, really weird. In general, Black Mage just feels like it's almost overpowered in low-level content for some reason. Like, to the point, or not overpowered per se, but like... it just works in a way where it's not even really worth it to, at some point, to do anything at all, because it just takes so long that it's not really, like, you're not going to be able to get any spells off anyway. Oh shit, I was pressing the wrong frickin' button. Yeah, that's also just awkward, right? With the way they've changed things now, it would actually make way more sense if... oh wait. If spells also just upgraded. Instead of just staying Fire 1 and Fire 4. I don't know, that's sort of awkward in a way. In general, the fact that you can even get into Fire or Ice Phase with just one stack is incredibly weird, in my opinion. Like, there isn't really any point to that, which is why it's so weird. I don't think there actually was any kind of other thing here. Because with Transpose, you actually can't... oh shit. You actually can't get... the frickin' he's saying it was the worst dungeon to get, but oh shit. Ah, well. But without a job stone, it would have been worse regardless, right? And obviously, if they queued together as 3 people, they would have gotten this one, right? If he's the lowest one at level 41. Ah, whatever. I don't really care. I like this dungeon. I would do this dungeon any day. And in any kind of combination, even with a white mage that's not a white mage. I don't really care. I mean, this way on the lower levels, you're actually forced to... But it's still, like... See? This is awkward. I literally have to wait for my mana tick to even be able to refresh the dot on this level. I mean, that's not really different on the higher levels. It's just that on this level, you literally don't have anything else to cast. At least nothing that really makes sense. I don't know if it even really makes sense to transpose the whole time. I mean, technically I think it does. Well, does it really? I mean... I don't think it actually reduces cast time on Fire 3, right? So... what's the point, I guess? Really weird. I mean, I guess it's designed like that, right? Where you... where you technically should be left over with... you technically should have 400 MP left over to cast your dot during Ice Phase or something. I know that's how it worked before, right? Before they did the Shadowbringers upgrade of being able to cast stuff without using MP. Although technically that's still not... like, your dot always needs MP if you don't have a proc, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Well, that was an awkward dungeon experience. It was still really fast, which is why I usually like Stone Vigil. It's a fairly fast dungeon. Out of those very low level ones. That was still really, really awkward. And the Alliance raid still hasn't gotten... oh, what the fuck. I'll just do trials and normal raids for now. Maybe I'll get lucky and the Alliance raid actually gets the buff thing in the meantime. I hope this doesn't take too long. I already did my retainer stuff, yeah. You know what though? I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. I need to work tomorrow. I think this is going to be it for the time being. I'll just, you know, do the rest of the dailies off stream. It's not really a big deal. And that way I can, you know, watch something on the side, sort of chill down a little bit. I mean, not that I need that, but I don't know. You know how it is, right? You just want to sort of relax, maybe listen to music a little bit on the side, and yeah. So this will be my last stream for this year, though, I think. Well, I'm fairly certain it will be. I'm not going to be able to really play the next 3 days because I have work. I will, however, play on Saturday, and from then on, obviously, all the way through the week with the whole Savage release and everything that's coming up. It's going to be really, really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. On Saturday, on New Year's Day, is it called in English, I think, I'll be doing my crafters. I'll be leveling those, and what I still need to do with those. And then it's pretty much dailies and gearing as much as possible. Doing hunt trains for materia, and then obviously also trying to at least get my gatherers up to snuff so that I can gather all the new stuff, hopefully. That will be fairly important. And then on Sunday evening, I'm actually going to raid again with my static as sort of a preparation for Savage. And, well, I guess I have to talk with them about how we're doing that in terms of raid gear, or crafted gear, who's going to craft what, and what materials we're going to use. And I guess the most important thing will be that we're all on the same server, so that we can actually trade stuff with each other. Yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting thing. Yeah, that's all in the new year, though. Already 2022. 2021 has been weird, man. It almost feels like since COVID started, it feels like no time has passed at all, for some reason. It feels really, really weird, even though it has, and even though there's been a bunch of change, well, in my life, certainly, and I'm sure in a lot of other people's lives, it just has this awkward feeling of, you know, nothing's really moved in any kind of meaningful direction. I don't know. I think a lot of people actually feel sort of the same. So I don't really know what next year's going to be, right? I mean, even though we had COVID, for me personally, those past 2 years were still pretty cool. So, you know, it's not that I have any sort of negative feelings towards the new year. I guess it's just more that I really don't know what I should expect out of the next year. I guess that's sort of the main thing here, that I'm not really, that I don't really know about, right? I don't really know, well, what the next year might be, I guess. Okay, but with that being said, I'm going to do the rest of the dailies off stream, chill a bit, and that's going to be it for this year. I really hope that you have a great New Year's Eve, great start into the new year, and stay positive. Just look for what's most fun to you personally and do that, you know. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do the things that you enjoy. Just do them. So have a great night, great evening, great day, morning, wherever you are. I hope this has been fun, and I'm really looking forward to the next stream on Saturday, 1st of January 2022. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.